it is Ashes in the white ball. We're talking Australia playing England in London at Lord's.
Yeah.
Where
So
else?
You can tell, right, when these games come about, you can tell that the gloves are off, right?
The gloves are off.
The gloves are officially off.
Yeah.
And so basically Owen Morgan's categorically given the message to the public saying, go loose.
Yeah.
have a good time at the game. So you know that there's going to be a little bit of chanting out there on that. On
Yeah,
the ground
he's told
tomorrow.
basically, yeah, that's right. He's told the crowd that it doesn't matter. He was asked about the booing, as is become a popular question to all captains who are facing up against Steve Smith after what Virat Kohli did. He was asked about that, and Eoin Morgan basically said that, well, it's up to the crowd. He may have done the 1 year outside, but crowds don't tend to forget. You can't stop the crowd. So
what basically he's trying to say that
tell the crowd,
pressure is on the England team.
Yeah.
So, crowd put some pressure on Australian team as well.
Sir, deflect.
Yeah,
Don't keep putting pressure on your own team.
Exactly.
That's what England does.
हमको तीन में तीनों जीतने हैं, deflect कर देते.
English fans do this all the time. English fans and English media, and I was in England the last week, man, they go after their team. They really go after their team. I don't know. I think they don't.
Except for Barmy Army. Except for Barmy Army.
They go. No, they don't get after them.
Oh, they go after them.
They go after them. They're like, we're coming to get you. No tea and biscuits for you. So they're doing that. And Eoin Morgan also, by the way, has tried to take pressure off his own team, saying we don't necessarily need to win all our matches to qualify.
Unfortunately,
I think they do.
Unfortunately, I don't think he believes what he's.
But the minimum quota has to be fulfilled.
Has to be fulfilled.
That's right.
So I think
because they haven't got easy games.
See, the tricky situation for England is they have to win 2 matches.
Yeah.
One out of 3 is going to get them to 10 points, and that's something
That's not
which
gonna be enough.
then you are dependent on the other results. You don't want to be dependent on the other results. So 2 games out of 3 is what they are looking at.
Yeah.
So they're going to try everything, and like we said, that if they manage to do that, then I think England will be much more prepared to deal with pressure going in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Because now for them their World Cup in terms of pressure has already started. To win 2 out of 3 games right now, playing against the opposition which they are playing is going to put them in a very good position when they qualify.
Yeah, so now Aaron Finch has also replied to the whole booing thing. Aaron Finch has said that a little bit of booing doesn't bother us.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. There's Eoin Morgan and Aaron Finch, and we're used to these encounters being slightly more fiery. These two are such nice guys that even their sledging is about booing. Come on, boys, get in there, get in there.
Yeah, but as far as viewership is concerned, it's a lot of fun to see the sledging and the entertainment part of it just outside of the cricket. That all of this happens. The
Yeah, but these pre-game salvos at each other are really mild. Yeah, I want
but after
slightly
what's
more
happened,
spicy.
They should take lessons from North Stand in 1KD. The North Stand gang.
Yes.
They need some lessons from them to get it right up there and progress from the primary and the elementary school of booing
To the senior, to the real professional, to the doctorate. North Stand, if you're listening, shout out to you, my brothers. Be good to us. We haven't done anything to you. just for invoking their name, maybe 2-3 of them. Oh, we're saying nice things. We're saying nice things. That your sledging is right up there, right? You guys are right up there. But Australia and England, of course, tomorrow happening at Lord's. A lot of history involved, a lot of battles have been fought between these guys, and it's come at such an interesting point in the tournament because, if this had happened a little earlier in the tournament, you would have gone, win or loss, it doesn't really matter to either team. But it's come at a point where Australia really want to win this because they want to pack themselves for the semis.
Yeah.
England don't want to lose this because they can pretty much knock themselves out. So this game just it's also the positioning and the timing of the game that gives it a little more significance, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but like you just mentioned, England don't want to lose this. Now, if they go into that mindset, you know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, trouble.
Yeah, trouble. If they go into the mindset that we've got to win this game, we're going to win this game, we're going to focus on, ticking the right boxes that along the way, focusing on our processes, getting good starts, being true to our nature and how we've been playing cricket for the last 12, 18 months, being themselves. And if they can go out there and just be themselves at the home of cricket, can see a very interesting game. I suspect a high-scoring game tomorrow.
So here's what I've seen in the approach of these two teams, which has been, it's so good that you're saying about the last 12, 18 months, right? So Australia have only been winning for the last 4, 5 months, right?
2 months.
2 months. So they had a really bad sort of 6, 12 months leading up to that. But even now in this World Cup, right, they're winning by just, they're just fighting, they're getting down and dirty, and they're just about getting the job done.
Yeah.
England have had dominating wins, right? Can that sometimes affect your mindset going, I would rather go with the slugger than with the guy who's used to just the knockouts? Do you know what I mean? Because when you're used to just those knockouts, it can happen what happened to them in their previous match against Sri Lanka. That, we are so dominating, 230, don't even bother about it. Next thing you know, the whole team's gone. Right?
Yeah, complacency can affect you.
Yeah, sorry. Thanks for wrapping it with a nice word for it. Complacency for the giant, as opposed to the slugger who's never giving up.
Well, yeah, complacency obviously can have an impact on your performances and your mindset, especially in a high-pressure tournament like this. But if they can, that's what I said, if they can respect the processes and not worry about the results as a unit who've been extremely successful, then they're going back to their true nature of what's worked for them as a team.
Yeah.
So that's why I said if they're thinking about not losing this match, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
But if they're thinking about the processes and ticking the right boxes along the way, then the result will take care of itself.
For England, still no Jason Roy apparently is what news is, which means that James Vince will be opening again with Johnny Bairstow. And in terms of their bowlers, I don't really see them making a change unless Roy was miraculously fit in the morning, even though they're saying he won't be.
I actually like that. I saw an Instagram video where he was batting in the nets and he's batting comfortably. But I like the fact that England are not panicking and pushing him like half cooked. Right? They want him to be 100% fit. So that's a sign of not panicking and having your scruples together about that decision. And so it's fine that he's not playing and they want him ready. So they're at least sending a message to their personnel within that team that everything is all right. All of us who are going to play tomorrow are good enough to go out there and win the game, playing to their potential. So there's nothing to panic. Yes, one of our personnel is unfit, he'll be fit, and we'll give him that time to get fit, because I'm sure they're thinking of, okay, not just the last 2 games, but also the knockouts. So he needs to be fit for those 4 games.
Yeah.
Right? And that's 800 overs of cricket. So he needs to be, he needs to be ready for that. Right? So for him to be ready, give him that time. But entrust your players with that faith that you guys are good enough to do this.
Let's have a look at the Australia team now and see if they'd make any changes. I really doubt if they'd make any changes, right?
They're happy that Marcus Stoinis is back. That changes that balance of that team. So they would want to continue with him, hoping that his side strain is fully recovered, and he bowled well in the previous game as well. So that's added advantage.
And he's got some tips from Malinga, I saw the other day on social media. Yeah, Marcus Stoinis was getting some tips from
on the slower one. I think Malinga was trying to teach him the slower one, which is.
But he does bowl a lot of slower balls.
Yeah, but
Stoinis basically bowls slow.
He's got decent yorker and bouncer as well, which he.
A heavy bouncer, but generally a lot of slower balls that he bowls.
Yeah, so his overs are important there. So you're not seeing any. I mean, you look at the squad anyway.
The debate for them will be who should bat at number 3. Even though Khwaja has got runs, is that spot ideal for him, or Smith should be batting at that position? That puts them in a more commanding position. Smith has a better ability in terms of rotating the strike, building an innings, and can be really, really destructive if he's set and batting at around that 30-35 over to put pressure on the seamers as well. So that's one discussion they'll have. They've tried using Khwaja at number 4-5, which has not worked. So maybe another game for Khwaja at number 3. I still feel that for in the long run they should go back to Smith coming at
it possibly is also a good decision, Zach, to keep Khwaja at number 3, because he's been batting in that position for the last 12 months. Just let him just bat at that position.
No, but when they get a start from the top,
then what?
Because
it's hard to find
Khwaja, I've seen he takes a lot of time. So that's something which is a concern.